Hey y'all, hey. I'm here to do a quick energy check-in. This is Honey in Your Tea, and my reads are real. Okay. So we're just gonna see what the vibes are, what's going on in the energy, things that you may need to be aware of, okay? Or um I keep hearing, let it cook. Okay, so things that this could either be like something that you are working on or things that you are changing. Okay, because now people use let her cook as a way of like hold on, let her get warmed up, let her do her thing, let him do his thing, let him let him get his point across. Okay, so the first card that I had to, that showed was the smart card. The decisions and the choices that you are making at this time are very smart. Okay, they're very balanced and they're going to lead you to good fortune and opportunity. Okay, you're not operating from emotions. You're not operating from your emotions. You're not allowing your feelings to get the best of you. Okay, you are in celestial alignment with things. Okay, you are in the cosmic flow of things right now. You in your present moment. You're not worried about the future. You're not focused on the past. Not saying that these things do not come up throughout your day, but they are not your focal point of what's going to happen in the future and what's going to happen in the past. I'm seeing TAO, the tail. Okay, you could be in the tail of things. You're just allowing things to happen, right? With the Chariot card, your willpower right now has you very focused on current solutions to situations. Okay, so you stand in your energy, you stand in your power. It's current solutions to your situation. Okay, hello, love. Um, every time I'm doing something and it's about to go blow for good, something always causes a delay. Um, if you're telling people your business, that could cause a delay. If you are in a situation where you just were experiencing bliss or experiencing good energy and a traumatic situation happened or something unfortunate happened, you have adopted a negative belief that when good things are happening for you, they slow down. You have to shift your mindset about your beliefs and the things that you think about your prosperity and your forward movements. It's nothing to really check. It's like your mindset that you have to change. Like you have to reaffirm yourself. Everything is good. Everything is going well. You can't be in the spirit of fear while you are operating to correct while you are operating in the flow of creating abundance in your life, right? So as the abundance and you're building up that momentum in the while you're building up the momentum for your desired manifestation, you start allowing the negative thoughts, the unconscious mind to put in, what if this happened? What if that happened? So then it causes a delay. When you allow people into your business, or you tell them what you're waiting on, or the aspects of like, oh yeah, I'm at this step and now I'm just waiting for this. You don't know how they're feeling about you. While they may um I heard Megan Thee Stallion. Please don't wish me well if you something, but it's just like kissing and I heard kissing and telling. Like they may not be wishing you well while while you feel comfortable enough, right? Because you kiss somebody that you have an intimate relationship with, and intimacy does not always mean sexual. It can mean like close connection, right? Somebody that you share deep innermost things with. You have to stop doing that. Like just keep it to yourself until it's all the way done. Okay, so what was I saying? So that message could have been for a lot of you, not just meals. Okay, that could have been for a lot of people, just to keep things to yourself as they blow. Like you probably be excited, like yay, things are working out in my favor. I'm about to have a blessing. I'm about to have this happen, that happen, and then Okay, so what else, Holy Spirit Most High? What else, Holy Spirit Most High? I'm gonna have to cut my bangs a little bit more. What else, Holy Spirit? What else, Holy Spirit? What else, Holy Spirit? What is whoever comes across this live video? The people that come across this live video, you're welcome. The people that come across this live video, God's favor and chosen. What don't you see for yourself? Why don't you see the greatness that God has for you in your life? Why don't you see that for yourself? Why don't you see all that He has called you to be in this world? Why do you put such limitations on yourself? Why do you hold yourself back? Why do you only allow yourself a thimble of things, a small amount of things? Why don't you go for the biggest, the greatest, and actually take the action and know that God will move in your favor? Know that God will open doors and give you opportunities for people to align with the correct people, places, and things and situations in your life. Okay, it takes a little bit of courage. I just rubbed my tiger's eye as I was about to grab some cards over here. And rub the tiger eye. It takes you to have courage to ask for bigger things. But if you don't feel like you're worthy, if you don't feel like you're deserving, if you don't feel like God has chosen you or God has favor on you, you will not think that doors will fly. I heard fly open for you. Doors are ready to fly open for you. But this just takes your alignment. This just takes your creation. Okay. This just takes your awakening. Okay. This takes your creation, creativity. It takes you to have the visualization. It takes you to have the mindset. It takes you to have the willpower, to have the faith that things will work in your favor. What do you desire in this world so that way you can get the things that you give, right? Giving and receiving. That way you can get the things that you give. Sometimes you have to, no. Sometimes you have to put your mind over your heart, right? Because it's not very easy to be logical if you're in your emotions and you are operating out of an emotional place. Anger is an emotion. Happiness is an emotion. Sadness is an emotion. Sometimes you just have to be logical and make the best decisions for yourself to create the lifestyle that you would like to see. Some of you guys have this harvest down on the inside of you and it's ready to come out, but you have to call back your cosmic power. You have to own that energy. God gave us free will for us to tap into, and He's always sitting there waiting for every time you see a greater potential or more success for yourself. He's like, yes, here you go. Yes, here you go. But it's just escaping the lower paradigm. It's escaping the lower mindset. It's escaping the lower vibrational version of yourself. Every time you change and you want to evolve and you want to do better in your life, you have to let an old part of yourself go. And it's uncomfortable because your mind is programmed to that old version of you, which means you have to create new habits. You have to have a new way of thinking. You have to breathe a new way, talk a new way, walk a new way, act a new way. You have to become a new person in this vessel, right? The body does not change. And while it may change if some of you guys do physical workouts, if you change your eating habits and patterns, yes, you will see physical changes within you. And it's a lot of times when you got that God in you, you naturally have a glow. A lot of the times when you have that God energy on you, that spirit shows. You can see it in a person's eyes and the way they talk, their compassion, their conviction, and how they move in life, that they got that God spirit on them. How are you showing up in the world? It says they will, what does it say? Ye will know thee by their fruits. They know you by your fruits, and not talking about the material possessions of the world, but by your actions, by the way that you talk and you walk and the way that you step. Okay? But you got to get out of holding on to the past, right? Grieving, holding on to onto past mistakes, holding on to past betrayals, holding on to past hurt, holding on to past things that make you feel stuck. Well, this happened to me and woe is me and blah, blah, blah. Guess what? We all have been through things. Everybody in this world has experienced something, right? But you can't hold on to that and make that your narrative. You have some people that are 60, 70 years old and they are still holding on to the narrative that, oh, well, my husband left me when I was 36 and, life just ain't been the same. So you mean to tell me from 36 to 70, there was nowhere or no space or no opportunity for you to shift your paradigm, change your mind? There was nothing in that Bible, because the Bible has a lot of things that teaches you and talks to you about getting your mind right. There was nothing in there that helped deliver you or heal you from that. People choose to hold on to lower dimensions because it feels more comfortable for me to stay in failure than for me to try success. It feels more comfortable for me to choose something lesser or for me to settle for this than for me to strive for greatness. Some people don't want to step out because if I fail, then I am not successful. If I fail, then I am not successful. You are a failure if you never try. You're only a failure if you never try. You have miracles that are going to come to you. Okay, you have miracles that are going to come to you, but do not be in resistance. Be open to receiving. Open your heart. Open your heart and allow yourself to rebirth. Allow yourself to change. Allow yourself to grow. Allow these things to shift for you, because God is protecting you and covering you at this time, because you are chosen, right? You are a chosen one. You are a chosen child. But what is it that you want to see for yourself? What is it that you want to see for your life? How do you see your life in the next 6 months, the next year? How do you see it? Which means you are visualizing a literal image of what your life would be like in the next 6 months to a year. If you can see it, you can achieve it. Do you hear what I'm saying? Once you reach this higher elevation, this higher frequency, this higher way of thinking, being, feeling, ground in the energy. If you know what grounding is, you go sit your ass outside. You take off them socks. You take off them shoes. You sit on the dirt. You put your feet in the dirt. You put your hands in the dirt. Put both of them in the dirt. Sit with your hands like this, with your feet on the ground, and allow yourself to ground. And you say, well, while you're sitting down, set your intentions. We all know setting our intentions are very important. You set your intentions. My intentions are to ground in this beautiful energy, because claim it, love it, to ground in this beautiful energy, for this energy to keep to open up new neural circuits, new neural pathways, okay? For me to have a neurogenesis taking place in my mind, binding and closing old cells and old ways of thinking that have kept me in loops and patterns, because the old patterns, the old thoughts, those come from neural pathways going in circles. So you keep creating the same thoughts, the same feelings, because those you only think about the same shit. When you read books, when you exercise, when you brush your teeth with the opposite hand, when you start working with the hand that you are not dominant with, you create new neural pathways in your head. So as you're doing these certain things, you pray, you say your affirmations, because you are creating change in your mind. That is an exercise that you can literally do while you are exercising. Instead of, well, you can listen to music, but listen to music that's gonna uplift you, that's gonna make you feel good, not murder, bang, bang. Listen to Keep Taking Me Higher and Higher. Don't you know that the devil is a liar? Tried to break my soul, but my something is on fire. You gotta fill yourself with good energy. Okay, we all know about, I don't know if y'all know, but the water technique, where they speak life into water. They did the same study with blood. I cannot remember the lady's name, but her name is Carol something. She did the study with blood, speaking life into blood, right? Blood cells, and seeing how they were transforming. They were killing cancerous cells just by you speaking life into your blood. Speak into your body. Speak life and joy. What you pour into yourself is what you become and what you create. If you know about manifestation, you know how you feel that vibration, that frequency, that aura is what you create for your life. So you have to take the change, right? But put God at the foundation of this, right? Because God is the ultimate being. God is the cosmic source of intelligence. God is I'm seeing like the consciousness of every single thing. I'm seeing like an aura around the earth, right? Even though God is beyond that, but I'm seeing like an aura around the earth. So you have to allow yourself to be of a higher consciousness, right? But while we have consciousness within us, what is God? God is within us. So his consciousness is within us, but we have to tap into a higher frequency. When we are born, when we are brought into this world, we take on too many life concepts of how, from when we were our upbringing, our childhood, our adolescence. So we believe certain things about ourselves and how life is supposed to be according to the programming that we received as children, right? So if you believe that you were supposed to have a certain type of life, you're supposed to be in poverty, you're supposed to be like this, you're supposed to be like that, that's what you will continue to create. You have those kids where they tell their success stories from rags to riches. Guess what they do? They be like, I came to this one place and it was just beautiful. And I said, this is the life for me. Do you know how many times that kid had to visualize and manifest and know, and they embedded in their head, like, I see what's going on around me, but I know I have a different life for me, in order for them to make it out. And never once did they say, oh, my life just changed overnight. They always talk about the hard work that they put in, and how God, and they always talk about how it was just something that happened for them. Oh, I had just went here and I ended up talking to this guy. I told him about my business plan. I told him about my idea, and it was like an angel walked into my life. It was like blah, blah, blah. It's just like, you have to know and believe that these miracles are bound. If they happen to another person, they can happen for you. Okay, you have to know that. You have to know that. That is something that you have to know. You got to know that your trains will come in. But guess what? You gotta dance in the good energy. You gotta embed the frequency of love and light and positivity within you, right? It's not that things are gonna always be positive, but it's about you choosing positive. It's about you choosing happiness. It's a choice. Do you hear what I'm saying? Okay. Hello. You have to choose happiness. I'm getting fuck, what was his name? He ended up becoming the king. What was his name? Joseph? Was it Joseph? Who was it? Was it Daniel? It was no, Daniel was in the lions then. Who was it that was in the fields and they were in the Bible? They were always in the fields and they were always singing and praising God, and all of the other brothers, they were trying to figure out if they were going to, was it Samuel? Damn, who was it? Oh, I need to read my Bible. Okay, but um all the other brothers, he had like 9 other brothers before him, and the man came and he was checking all of the sons to see who God was going to anoint, because they knew that the anointed one was coming from that family, right? The person that God was going to appoint to that throne, it was Joseph. Okay. I knew it was Joseph, but I just wasn't 100% sure. Okay, so um and Daniel was outside, he in the field singing the gods and fighting bears and lions, protecting the sheep. God gave him a steward over animals. And because he was willing to protect them and putting his life on the line, he didn't look at it like a problem. He looked at it, he was happy just to be there. He was like, well, I'm not finna become king. So la 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 la. He out in the fields praising and worship. You need to praise and worship while you are dealing with your challenges, because it's a challenge. But in the Bible, do it ever once tell you that Joseph looked at what he was doing and before God called him as a challenge? No. It said he was happy in his present moment with what he had going on. You feel what I'm saying? I heard you gonna have many haters. You gonna have people that don't like that you choose what you are supposed to be doing in this world. It ain't about them liking what you're supposed to do. It's about God telling you to do something, you being obedient to his word. Okay? I can't make this up. That's the truth. That's the truth. What is it about self-reflection? Something about self-reflection. Yeah, I seen the etheric cord. Cut cords from who you used to be. Cut those cords from who you used to be. They no longer serve you. That lower dimension, that lower vibrational version of you, it no longer serves you. When you have those negative thoughts, you tell those thoughts, thank you so much for giving me the awareness that this is still a trigger for me, but this no longer serves me. This is no longer for me. This way of thinking, I'm at a higher elevation in my life, and this is my way of thinking. And I thank you for bringing that to me. Give it back with gratitude. Thank you so much. But that doesn't serve me. I send it away with love and light. God, I ask that you guard my mind, because then you want to ask for protection. God, I ask that you guard my mind from old ways of thinking, patterns, behaviors that are trying to come back, that are trying to keep me stuck and tied and connected to a way of being, and old habits and poor decisions and poor behaviors and actions that I am trying to leave behind, God. Okay? You got to ask for those things. Okay? So I love you guys so much. Okay. Thank you guys for standing and listening to my message. I hope this message brought you some truth, clarity, guidance, and confirmation, understanding to whatever it is that may be going on in your life that you just needed some awareness on. Okay. I love you guys so much. Peace.